Hi everyone, so today I'm going to go ahead and remove my Gel X, my Apres nail extensions. I've had them on for just over a week and first time trying them, and they've been really great. I mean, it's so interesting because like if you apply like press-on nails and you use the glue, you know, to get them on, a lot of times they just break. They're just made out of a different material, and it's like, why don't all companies just make them out of gel or acrylic just to start with so that they're nice and sturdy? But also you want them to hold on, but maybe they're made that way so that they break off because they don't have an apex and stuff like that. Instead of damaging your nail, the extension breaks. I don't know, like press-on nails. Because these guys are super sturdy. They look really nice and clean, right? As I applied them, super easy to get on. I don't know why I didn't try this sooner. I mean, I'm just like ecstatic. I'm really excited, but I'm going to remove them. It's only been, like I said, just over a week because I want to give my nails a break before I apply a set to go to Hawaii in. So I'm going to take them off. I will say the only one issue I had is just these little things I added, my little charms, because they get stuck in your hair and stuff as you're trying to like comb your hair. But other than that, I've been wearing gloves to wash dishes, so everything's been great. I can kind of see through. I can see how clean and neat my nails look underneath there. I don't think there was any issue with lifting at all. Like this is probably the best set I have ever done. Usually I get lifting within a week because that's just how it is. If I get my nails professionally done from like just a manicurist or, you know, tech that does, you know, like in a salon or even one of these little, what they call chop shop type things, they always lift. I have really bad lifting. That's just how it is. Even gel polish, after a little while, I can see that it starts coming off and I just peel it away. So like this has been really, really good. So I'll link that video there for you guys, and I super recommend it. And my neighbor has his landscaper here, so if you hear some ugly loud noises, that's what it is. But what I'm going to do in this video is show you how to safely remove your gels. And when I say safely, like safe for like this is how I've always done it. Even if it's acrylic nails, gel polish, hard gel does not come off that way. You have to, if I don't live in a busy town, I'm sorry. So hard gel does not come off by soaking. You have to drill those off. So here we're going to drill off as much as we can because you just want to soak the least amount so that it comes off faster. But I will say any extra little gel that was kind of here or there later when I was picking at it, because you know you start picking, right? We always pick our nails. It's kind of like soft. It wasn't like a hard, like even if it was acrylic, you just kind of flake it off and maybe it's just kind of crispy and hard. The stuff that Apres nail uses to bond your nail, the extension to your natural nail, it has like a softness to it. So I don't know if that accounts for how well it holds. I mean, this stuff, I'm really sad to see these go. I don't want to take them off, but I do need to take them off. So there we go. You're just going to need a few things. Again, if anything is available that I have used or will be using, I'll link them in the description box. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Generally with things like this, I probably have it embedded in the video through YouTube. Either way, they might be in one of those spots. Just some really basic things. Files. So I did bring out my e-file. I haven't turned this thing on in years, so I just plugged it in. It's a really basic Sina or Lena file, but it's Sina. These people reached out to me a long time ago. I already had their file. I already had this file from before, but they sent me one for review, and it's exactly the same. And it is Sina with an S, even though people think it looks like an L, and people would argue with me here, but I talk with people themselves, and they say it's Sina with an S, so there you go. You just turn it on. The polarity, I don't even know what this means, to be honest. It just means how it's going to rotate forward or back, and I always have it down like this. I don't know what that means. This is on. This guy's already set to a certain thing, and then I turn it on. Now that is really, really fast. So, I mean, you got to really know what you're doing with a nail file or electric drill to not hurt yourself. So anyway, I turn that down. I'm going to turn it off for now because we're not going to use that quite yet. But you are going to need some kind of file. So I brought out that one. I'm not expecting you have an electric file. When I did my nails, I just used a regular file. So you can do it either way. If you have one, great. If not, a really nice rough 100 or 80 grit file is what you're going to need to really get this, you know, down, because you're going to want to remove all your gel polish. Obviously, get as much of the nail gone as you can before you soak them. We're a nail buffer, you know, this is for afterwards. You're going to need some little clippy type things, and maybe this guy to help you remove the extension because you don't need to soak all that off. Obviously, that's all just sitting out there fake, right? A cuticle pusher. I like metal ones to help me scrape the gel or whatever the product away. So I like to use a metal one, whatever you like to use. You're going to need something like aluminum foil. I have some decorative ones that are really cute, but or like at the Dollar Tree they sell gel polish remover foils that will work. You just need something that's going to hold the liquid, which is basically acetone, to remove the gel and the extension. Cotton rounds, these don't specifically say that they are lint-free. Oh, it does say lint-free. I don't know, because they look like they'd be linty to me. So it doesn't matter. You're just going to use this to soak with. So even a cotton ball, if you tear it in half, make it a little bit smaller, will work. And then your acetone. So this is what people say. This is the most dangerous thing, as opposed to like the UV lights or LED lights that you're using, or the chemicals that you use with acrylic. They're like, this one is the one that's more dangerous. Acetone. I love to use like the highest concentration of acetone. You don't want nail polish remover, because nail polish remover will not cut it. You know what? You want acetone. This is the pink one from Sally. I've had this for like probably a decade, and it does say nail polish remover, and it is pink, and it says nourishing. So I don't want this. I don't use this one when I'm applying my nails, when I need to, dehydrate them, because this has conditioners in it. But I will use this for soaking off. So it's not as effective as just plain acetone, even though it is just acetone. Sometimes they're like 100% or 80% or whatever. It does not say 100% acetone. I love 100% acetone to remove stuff because it'll do it really quickly. But if you're going to be soaking in it for 20, 30 minutes, an hour, it just depends on how thick you left the acrylic or the gel polish. You're going to want something that's a little more gentle. So I like to use this one, the pink one from Sally. I don't even know if it looks like this anymore in Beauty Secrets, but like I said, I've had this for a very long time. And then I'm just going to work on this. So if you have a vacuum, the little vacuum as you're working to suck in the dust, that'd be even better. Or wear a mask. The reason I'm saying that, especially with this stuff, is that it's very fine. When you go to remove the builder gel or hard gel or even the soft gel, it's very, very fine. So it just gets in the air and it's kind of messy. So something to think about. I'm going to go outside after I show you what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it outside. So I do have a fan. I just don't expect that you need to have a fan to do this, and I don't want you to think you have to have a fan to do this. So one of the first things I do is I'll remove these guys, and I attached them with acrylic. I didn't want to damage this, but let's see if I can get it off without damaging too much. I'm not really pushing. There we go. So the reason I held them down with acrylic is because I have some from a long time ago. But also, in my mind, I'm not super secure that when you get this with an LED lamp and everything, that it really cures underneath. And I wanted to be really safe, so I used acrylic, because acrylic's going to dry. It's going to set. You don't have to be worried or afraid that it doesn't set. So I'm just pick that off. So you always want to come in. These guys were gold. Now they're silver, as you can see. So obviously the color just kind of came off. So I don't really care about these as much to try to salvage them. I really wanted to keep my little hearts because I think they're really cute, and it came off really nice and clean, so I can definitely use that again. So I will put that to the side. This one, I'm trying to see if I want to try to pick it off. Yeah, I mean, they've lasted because they're on there with acrylic. I don't care about these, like I said. I'll probably just toss them because I don't care that much. Okay, so you remove whatever 3D stuff you have. You want to remove the extension part. So I'll come in here, see how close I can get. I don't want to get too close because you don't want this to crack your actual nail, but this stuff should be pretty soft since it's a soft builder gel. And that should have, see, it didn't even crack. It didn't like break off. It just kind of broke a little bit. So go around and remove as much as you can of the extension, because you don't want to have to soak that off for any reason. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm just gonna do this one hand because I usually do one hand at a time. Back in the day, I always did all 10 fingers, but honestly, if you have foil on this hand and you're trying to pick off the other one and this one, it gets kind of ugh. So I try to do just one hand at a time now. So I'm gonna get these removed and I'll be right back. Okay, so after you remove those, you're just gonna go for it. So if you're just using a file like this, I would use the roughest side. This one would be the 100 side. And just come in and you really just want to work all this off. You're taking all the gel polish off and getting as close to your natural nail as you can. Like, remove as much as you can because that way you don't have to soak for that long. So again, you can do it with a regular file. You can do it with a file. It's not too fast. I can go a little higher probably. With this file, I can also remove some of the free edge. Right? Whatever else you have left, I'm going to turn that up a little bit. And then as you're doing this, you want to keep it moving. If you stay in one spot too long, you are definitely going to feel a heat spike. And you know what? Let me return. I want to see about this polarity. I feel like... Yeah, that's better. I put it up on the polarity to the plus sign. When I was like fighting it in the other direction. Anyway, you're just going to go through and remove as much as you can, all on your natural nail, and just get rid of as much as you can. Same thing on the other hand, I would just hold this, and a lot of times I hold this steady with my non-dominant hand and I move my dominant hand to get it all done, okay? But when I come back, we're just gonna have removed, that is not enough. You really wanna get in there. If you see any polish, then you're definitely not low enough, but also as close as you can to your natural nail. Get rid of as much of this extension as you can, okay? And then we'll come back and we'll soak our nails. Okay guys, so like I said, I went outside and did this, and it didn't take very long. And if you see any lifting or like pieces that you can just grab at this point, go ahead and do that. Like, take off as much as you can, because again, it's just gonna shorten that soaking process. And since I've never, look, see, this is what I'm saying. See how you can pull it and it's like soft, so it's super different. Hopefully it just peels off as well as like a gel polish. That'd be awesome. I mean, if that happened, I would be like so excited. So anyway, because that would just make it even better. Because again, just more gentle on my nails. I can grow my natural nails pretty long, and I have really long nail beds, so it's always nice. So for me, somebody asked, like, if it's so dangerous and you're kind of afraid of doing the gel, and because at first I wanted to make sure I'm getting good cures, because I don't want to get any kind of dermatitis or reactions or problems. You know, then why use it? But it's fun. It's fun to attach things like that. I mean, honestly, if you do gel polish, you can still attach rhinestones and cute things on your natural nails. But the whole extension of it, they look really nice, like all that. But anyway, I'm just going to go through, and I'm not trying to pry it because I don't want to end up picking off like some layers of my natural nail. But I can see the natural nail looks pretty good, guys. I mean, honestly, really good. So anyway, just remove as much as you can, but like I said, don't try to pry it off, because obviously you can probably peel the whole thing if you wanted to, but that's not good for your nails. So I'm trying to show you how to safely do this and in a timely manner. So I'm gonna go around and see if there's any more that I can pick off. And same thing with this nail. You know, if I had done this hand, I would take this and just carefully. Same thing. I'll be right back. Okay, I think that's as much as I can get right now. And again, I took off as much of the free edge as I can. Those are my natural nails, so there you go. And then you're just gonna grab these guys, and usually I cut them in 4s and quarters. You know, just depends on how much you need for your nails, like the size of your nail beds. But basically quarters is the best, I don't think. Cutting them in 6 is gonna help anybody. I cannot open this, oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, lint free, I don't think so. Look at this, it's full of lint already. You can see all that. You can kind of tell just looking at them if they're going to actually be lint-free or not. And I had a feeling these weren't, but this is all they had. And for this application, I don't care, but I do want them to be lint-free when I'm doing like my gel, you know, applying dehydrator or stuff like that. So anyway, so I'm going to take a little bit of this, a little foil, and you don't need that much. But like I said, the dollar store, they sell these now, so that's good to go. Obviously, it's going to be like a set of 10, and then that's it. But it's nice to be able to make your own. All you're going to do is take this and get it going with a little of this guy. I'm going to be very careful because I have my craft mat underneath that does not being protected from acetone. Soak that a pretty good amount. This is kind of big, so usually I do all get them ready before I start covering my nails, but just, it's on my nail. We're going to close that up. We're going to close it up this way and close it up that way. And I'm going to do the same thing for a short video real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, and we'll do one more. I probably should have had my thumbnail one ready. So anyway, cut your foils. And if you're doing one hand at a time, to be honest, you can reuse these same bits on your other hand. But a lot of times I will do, like I said, all 10 fingers at once. So however you want to do this. So again, make sure that's making contact with your nail. That's the whole point. And wrap them all. And generally I have one small one left for my pinky, and then I'll do it again. Obviously cut another piece for my thumb. And we're gonna let that soak. I would say don't even look at it for at least 15 minutes, if not 20 minutes. And then we'll push off the excess, okay? So just leave them alone. I'll be back. Okay, I just want to do the last one just to show you. Again, it's super easy. Just cover it up. Fold out your little edges. Try to keep that as straight as I can. With this one, for some reason, the rest of them I always wrap backwards. I'll wrap it this way. I don't know. Okay. At least 15 minutes without touching them. Okay, guys, it's been more like 17 or 18 minutes, probably longer with this one, obviously, when I started. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of open this up, loosen it up a little bit. You can take them all 5 off, but a lot of times what happens is as you're sitting there, the air is hitting the nails and then it starts hardening again. So I'm going to get a little bit closer. I'm just going to do one at a time. And oh my goodness, you got to be kidding me. Look how easy. Now be gentle with your nail because I don't want to scrape it up. But like... oh yeah, I'm a fan. And I know Apres nail is one of the ones that costs the most, right? It's the higher end of these guys. To me, they're the creator of this kind of thing, so I went with that. There are less expensive options that people love. Things you can find on Amazon that can do very similar. But again, I don't like mixing and matching products from this company and that company. You don't know how they're going to interact. So for me, to be safe, if you want to go with like Model 1s, go with Model 1s. There's a little bit extra on there. I honestly probably could just file it away, but I don't like doing that. So I just like to be very gentle with my nails. I always get compliments on my nails, so hopefully just, years of doing this, you guys will trust me. But it's... wow. So again, if you do go with a less expensive brand, what I would say is just use the whole system of theirs, though. Don't start mixing and matching. That's just my opinion from doing this for a long time. And always having a safe outcome. So this one's much thicker. Again, it just depends on how much you got rid of the first time. So I'm just going to go through. If you feel like the little pad is getting dried out, add a little more acetone. I'm going to do it with all 5, and I'm going to let it sit for another at least 10 minutes before I look at it again. Just leave it alone. Watch the little show. Do something else, but just leave them alone, and I'll be back. I am just really impressed with this, guys, so I just want to come back in and show you. And some are coming off a lot more, and I have a feeling what happened is the acetone was getting to underneath, right? Under where the glue was, and it's eating that away instead of just the nail at the very top on some of them. So, anyway. All right, I'll be patient, pick this off, put it back in the foil, and I'll be back. Okay, so it's been about 10 or 15 more minutes, so second round. And... I'm just doing this very easily, very patiently. Again, if you want to do all 10 nails at once, you just get all your little papers ready, get all your little, soak off tabs ready, and do that. So what I was trying to say is like this. I know there's a little lump there that I can kind of get to, being careful not to really touch my natural nail too much, and just kind of get rid of that. And if you go in for the third round, if you need it, and you think maybe you need a little more acetone on there, you just take the little pad out, get a little acetone, and do it again. But this one still feels pretty wet. So again, I probably could have waited 15 minutes instead of like 10 or 12. This thing's falling apart. And again, same thing. Ooh, that one came off, look at that. And that's basically the whole extension. So this is the glue part. So now the acetone's going to be able to kind of get in there. And this one does feel a little bit dry, so I'm going to add a little bit more acetone and then put my finger back in there. And I'll leave it 15 good minutes this time. And that's what I'm saying. It does take a while to soak off. So again, just do a really good job of drilling away as much as you can. I was being really gentle with it. The other thing I would say is if you do both hands at the same time, you're not doing 30, 45 minutes once and then 30, 45 minutes again. You'll just do it the one time. But you can imagine your hand being covered in these things, so you have to be real careful. You come to get this, you're like so that's why I just do one hand at a time. Just depends on how I feel, I guess. All right, I'll keep working, and then again 15 minutes, leave them alone. Okay guys, patience is key here. Let's see what we have. A little bit left on this one. Okay, not too bad. The last little bits, you can either continue soaking or you can take your buffing block and kind of buff that away. I always just kind of come in here and just make sure, everything's out of this sidewall area, out of my cuticle. That's not too bad. I think this one's probably okay. I think I'm done. Like I said, at the end I just kind of take a buffing block and just make sure everything that's just the littlest bit left gets removed. There's a little bit more. I think we're okay. Okay. I don't know. If I'm going to have to soak the other ones, I might as well put it back on. Let's see. So this one, again, has a little bit there. And that's coming off pretty nicely. So I'll probably have another 5 or 10 minute round just to really get everything off. I was like, oh no, my nail broken? But no, it's just a piece of this stuff. Again, if you want to. And I'm just getting the gel part. I'm not doing this on my natural nail. You can see there's just a little bit more right here. Yeah, okay, we can soak that. And I'll do the other 3 nails. Just take off whatever excess I can take off and give it another good 10 minutes, okay? I will say my thumb is pretty much done, so if I don't want to soak this one, I don't have to. You know, I mean, obviously, the less time you spend in acetone, the better. This one still had a little something on the very tip of my nail, but this one's pretty much done, so I'm going to go ahead and just gently, gently buff my nails. And if there's any, you know, shaping we want to do, go ahead and do that. And I'm going to wash my hand, or at least my thumb, because, again, the acetone just kind of sticks around. So yeah, just reshape your nails however you like. If you're going to leave it off, right? If you're going to go in with another set, then you're just going to go in with your next set. But a lot of times that does require a little bit of shaping. But see how some of that stuff is still just kind of laying around. So just make sure that's all off. And then yeah, just wash my hands. So again, 10 more minutes about here. And that'll be it. Okay, I will say this is the last one, and I'm just going to be done, I hope. The other thing is, again, it took longer because I'm using this kind that has like little nutrients in it. If you're using straight acetone, you probably get done in about 30 minutes of soaking. Pretty easy, but there you go. So like I said, that was done. And you saw that there was still a little something there. So just going to clean up. Yeah. So just anything that might be left there, because what happens is once it starts hitting air, it'll start hardening again. Well, I do say air. It is a UV or LED thing, but it's already been hardened. So if it softens up, it just dries out, basically, is what I mean by that. So let's see the next one. And again, I'm going to use these again, so I'll just keep them off to the side. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Okay, so I'll just go around just like you saw me do with my thumbnail. Just take off anything else that's just left around here, and we'll come back to do the buffing, okay? Just make sure you have every last bit removed, basically. Okay, and then Pinky was pretty much done the last time, but I just left it on there so it came out pretty clean. And that is it, guys. So, again, just making sure it's all pretty much off. And then I go in and I do a little buffing with each one. Okay, I'll buff them all. And then I do use the 180 side. Again, you're not supposed to use these on your natural nails, but I do. There you go. Sidewall. Shape my nails nicely. And then I'm going to go wash my hands, okay? So same thing with the last 3. Wash my hands. Okay, guys, so as lovely as these were and as nice as they still look, I mean, we got it off safely. Nails looking good. You know, if you want to just put on some cuticle oil and be done with it, I always like to do a coat, at least a base coat or something like this Perfecting Nail Veil. This is from Cure. Love this stuff. So I'm just going to apply 1 coat. That's all you need with this. I mean, if you want to do 2, that's up to you. But again, just applying like you normally do your polish. This is just nail polish. I always kind of stay a little far from the cuticle and then kind of push back towards it, right? So there's that one. And then this guy, I have plenty of product on here. And this is just to make the nails look nice. But I do want you to see without even that they look pretty good, right? Not damaged. No greenies, okay? So nothing, you know, damaged from the gel, from the curing process, from, you know, them not being put on correctly or having any lifting, that kind of thing. So that is that. I'm gonna let that dry for a second before I put on some cuticle oil. Okay, my nails are still a little bit wet, but a lot of times I'll just go ahead and apply my cuticle oil just because we mess with our nails a lot right now and soaking them in the acetone and everything. Again, if you're using just pure acetone, this would soak off faster. This is more of a gentle soak off with that conditioning acetone. Again, from Sally, pink bottle, Beauty Secrets, or pink liquid, not so much pink bottle. But that's that, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, kind of a review, right? I went over how long not how long they lasted, probably would last. Honestly, I don't see that it would be a problem another week or two. I always have lifting, like I said, usually about a week and a half for sure. But sometimes in days I've gone back where like the next day it's lifting and they fix it for me. But yeah, I just have problems with lifting. So I'm really impressed with this system. Apres nail, Gel X, really great. And then here it is removed. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other hand, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now. Okay, guys, I thought I'd just show you real quick. Obviously using my non-dominant hand to do the dominant hand, and same thing, just prying those charms off and then trimming them down, filing off as much as you can and getting them wrapped and soaked for 30, 45 minutes, whatever it takes. All right, guys, thanks for watching.